Morning. Welcome to day 3. My voice is going. If I talk for too long, my voice goes, and I've been talking for too long this week. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. You've got to day 3. I mean, that's pretty good on its own. Lots of people don't get to day 3. They do day 1, day 2's too hard, and they stop at day 3. So if you are here for day 3, you're already pretty special. If you come for tomorrow, then you're properly special. I'm just gonna swipe left to see if it allows me to see your lovely comments today. So do tell me if you're on and say hi. Oh, Sarah said hi, which means I can at least see one of you. Do the usual please for me. I'll be very grateful if you give me some hearts, some thumbs up, so that we can get going. The quicker we get people in here, the quicker people notice that I'm live and find me, the quicker we can get going. Just a reminder, if you guys haven't already, put it in your diary for Monday evening. Monday evening at 8 p.m. UK time, I am going to be doing the masterclass, which ties all of this up and which tells you who has won these lovely prizes. There is also going to be a prize for those people that are on. There's going to be a chance to win a prize when you are on. And I'm going to tell you as well about one-to-many. For those of you that are thinking, you know what, I reckon I can make some money from this and have a completely different business, then I would love to help you out, and I will talk to you all about that on Monday evening at the masterclass and answer all of your questions about it there. So I'd love to see you there. You don't need to register. Some of you might have registered already because you saw something online. That's fine. If you haven't done the challenge, you can still come to it. But the link will be in here, so we will let you know that it's here. So just a reminder, you need to do all 4 parts of the challenge. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. You don't have to do them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. If this is the first time that you've popped in here to see us, then don't worry, you can go back and watch the others, and you will also be able to just spend the weekend doing all 4 parts. You could even do it Monday morning if you're that way inclined, so that you get it all done in one go, as long as all your entries are in there by 12 o'clock on Monday, because we need the afternoon to randomly put all of you, poor Marie. So we have a person in our team that is literally, will write down every name that does all 4 parts of the challenge. The difference between one-to-many and Fabulous Foundations. Fabulous Foundations is just a basics business course for any business, and it doesn't talk about passive income at all. And one-to-many is all about doing it this way, passive income. So yeah, do all 4 parts and you will be entered into the draw. The draw will be pulled and you might win some Dior, some Aspinall, some Fortnum & Mason. You might win the kindness prize just for being on here and helping other people who are getting frustrated. Some of you may have seen, I did a Q&A last night. I'll probably do another one. We'll have this group open for 2 weeks. So it'll be open next week as well during the launch, because one-to-many is open for a week in case people have questions. And I'll probably come in and do another Q&A then, because I know that the Q&As can really help you. Facebook being weird today. Yeah, a few people have told me last night as well during the Q&A they had to hunt to find me. It is all the good fun of having Facebook, is that people have to hunt to find us. But hopefully my team has put all the links everywhere so that people can come in and find us. Yeah, it took a while to load. Sorry about that, but at least you are here now. So yeah, next week I'll do another Q&A. If you didn't watch last night, I've left it in the group just in case you had the same questions and wanted to listen to the answers of those questions. That's absolutely fine. Go and watch it. Do not worry in here. If you hear terms that you don't understand, if someone asks a question and uses a word that you don't understand, I don't want you to worry about it, because you're all at different levels. Some of you don't have a business yet, have never been in business, and some of you are already making 3-4 million. So, you know, people are going to be using different terms, but I want you to know that we always help everybody. So in one-to-many, we will help you make recurring revenue and make extra income streams no matter where you are. Yeah, look, everyone's had to hunt. So annoying. Look, it's thrown you out, put you back in. I didn't say anything about the Q&A, it's going to catch up. Yeah, you don't have to go to the Q&As. I just wanted to do a quick Q&A because I could see a lot of mindset stuff. And we do deal with mindset. We have a mindset coach called Renee in One to Many who helps us all the way through it. But mindset is one of those things that I can give you all the strategy and I can tell you exactly what to do, but you are going to have to work on your mindset as you do it if you know that's a problem you have, where if you're one of those people that start telling yourself that you can't do it or thinking, why does anyone want to hear from me? Audio has disappeared. Hopefully it hasn't, and not being horrible, but I'm hoping that's just you. And not everybody has had the audio disappeared. You can always watch it back if it does disappear. Yeah, if you look through my email, it takes you straight to the live. Lisa Bot didn't message me today. Oh, I did. It messaged me. 3 years ago, I had no idea what this ideal client or call to action stuff was all about. Yeah, these are all terms that you can learn, though. It isn't something that you have to worry about. Okay, so by this point, what we've done is we've looked at, when we look at the cash system, which I've told you about, we've looked at the first two, which is client, you know, what kind of passive income stream, what kind of knowledge do you know, what can you do? And then we've looked at audience, which is then you need to grow an audience of those people. And like I said, if you're getting really confused by the funnel stuff, please do not worry, because we do that for you in One to Many. But also we teach you how to do it, because it's not difficult. You don't know what you don't know, right? And today I want to start looking at the next part, which is the S. So the first S in the cash system. S is about systems. And this is really about two things. The first is there's lots of different systems that you can use to put your courses on, to put your membership in. So for instance, there are things like MemberSpace, there are things like Kartra, Kajabi. These are all names of systems that have been made for you to put your things on. With courses, there's Thinkific, there's Teachable, there again, Kartra does that, Kajabi does that. There's just so many different ones that you can use. And also those same systems can give you an email list so that you can do your whole automation. Automation just means a way that all of this funnel stuff can happen without you needing to get involved. You set it up once and then it just does it itself. Someone signs up for it and it just does it itself. So I don't want you to worry about it. I just want you to know that there are systems out there that help you do this. Lots of different ones. FEA Create is a new one by Carrie Green that is very good. Lead Pages, there are just so many different ones. And when in One to Many, what we do is we give you a choice of a paid one if you want some bells and whistles, or a free one, and we ask you which one you want, and we build the automation, we build your funnel for you on there using a freebie that we also make for you. So they're bespoke to everybody. So that's that side. The side I really want to talk about today is the content side, because when we talk about systems and structures, we're talking about the structure of what you're going to be offering. So for instance, if you're going to do a course, how do you want to do that course? Hey, Danny, well, with me, how I like to do courses is like this, exactly like this, video. I find it much easier to just explain things in person. So all of my courses are done on video, usually with a workbook, because some people like to get their workbook and properly focus on the workbook. So I normally do a workbook as well, but not everybody wants to do that. Some people like to do just audio because they don't like having their face. So they just do audio. Some people don't do any of that and they just have workbooks. Some people just have like an audio podcast feed, but you've got to do it how you want to do it. Now, when we look at the structure, we're looking at different things like, let's say we're going to do a course. How many weeks should you do the course? Well, one of the ways to check out what you should do is to get a piece of paper with your knowledge. Let's say you are going to do a course on how to use social media for your business. So what you would do is you would sit down with a piece of paper and go, what do I need to teach them? And this is where we need to look at from A to B. So where is your ideal client now? So let's say with social media, they've never used social media. They're a complete beginner to social media. They don't know what to do. And you want to get them so that they're really confident using 4 different types of social media. So you might write down, okay, What do they need to know? They need to know how to use Facebook and groups. Maybe they need to know how to use Instagram, how to use TikTok, how to use LinkedIn, and maybe some mindset stuff in there as well, because they might not feel very confident. So maybe a module on confidence could go in there as well. So you might find that you've got about 6 modules. So then you know, okay, I need to write 6 PowerPoint presentations or 6 workbooks, and you know what you need to do. Now that's for a course. Now remember one thing. If you just remember one thing and nothing else, here's what I want you to remember. You do not have to write a word of the course until you have sold it. I know that that's like, what? I never do, because I've seen people spend 2 years doing these flashy courses with like super professional video. I never do that. I just go onto Zoom like this and do it. But people do these amazing things, and then when they go to sell it, nobody wants to buy it because they didn't ask their audience what they wanted. So the best thing to do is know what's going to go into the course. So, know what the modules are going to be, know the kind of things that are going to be on there, sell it once you've grown your audience using a sales page, which we also teach you in One-to-Many. And then once you've sold it, there is no better motivation to write the course, and you can do it as you go along. So if you're going to do it live over 6 weeks, then what you can do is go, okay, well, now I've sold it. Week 1, which is happening next Tuesday, is going to be about Facebook. I'll write the Facebook one this week. And the good thing about doing that is every time you do it, every time you go on there and do it, they might say, oh, I wish you'd done a bit more on TikTok. You do it as you go along. So it's perfect for them because it's a beta version. It's the first version that you've done. So, all you really need to know is what's going in there because the knowledge is already in your head. So that's the first thing to think about. Now, if it's a membership, it's different. So a membership is less about knowledge, more on community, but there will be some knowledge there. So the best thing to do if you want to have a membership is to write down, let's say you're going to have 1 training per month in the membership. And let's say it's not going to be you. Maybe you want to do all the trainings, but you might not want to. You might want to bring others in. Let's say you're a therapist and you are going to have a membership to help people who have anxiety and depression, which, by the way, I am diagnosed with anxiety and depression. Lots of entrepreneurs who are really, who are high functioning like me have diagnoses like that. So there's lots of people that need your help. So being in a membership of other people that have those issues is always going to help people because they'll feel like they're part of something and people understand them. So let's say you have a membership on that. So then what you would do is go, okay, so some people have lost audio, a couple of people, 1 person. Okay, that's good. As long as it's only 1 person, otherwise I have to start again. So let's say you have a membership. All you need to do is write down, let's say you write down 12 different topics that you want people to come in and talk about. So if you had your anxiety one, you might have how to use hypnosis for your anxiety. So you'd get a hypnosis person in. On the next month, you might do how to have more confidence when you live with anxiety. So you might get a confidence coach to come in. And just write down 12 topics. Because then if you do that, you know that you've got 12 months of your membership covered. So you don't have to go and find those people straight away. You just need to know that they're there. You just need to know that you get it. So that's kind of what you need to do. So the one thing that I kind of want to get across today is, get ready, people do not want to learn things. I know that that's a bit mind-blowing. People do not book a course or a membership because they really want to learn a load of stuff. They do it because they want a solution to a problem. So if that's true, the worst thing you can do is have a sales page that just talks about all of the things that they're going to learn. Yeah, you want the end result, you want the answer. Yet most people do a sales page and all they put in it is, we're going to get you to learn this. And it's like, that looks overwhelming. I don't really want to learn all of those things because that sounds hard. Whereas actually what you need to do is remind them where they are now and remind them where they're going to be at the end, because people will learn things if it gets the solution that they need at the end. Sell the sizzle, not the sausage. Exactly that. So instead of giving them, okay, let's say I was going to do a course on funnels, because lots of people don't like funnels. Imagine me saying to you, I'm going to teach you how to use this tech, this tech, this tech, how to automate your systems, how to write emails that are going to convert, and all this stuff. Everyone's going to go, I'm not really sure that I want that. That sounds hard. Whereas what if I said, what I'm going to do is take you from being a complete beginner, not knowing how to get clients, to helping you to create a system that brings you in clients over and over again without you having to do anything. Yeah, I'll have that. Whereas actually, the reality is you are going to teach them all of those things to get from A to B, but that's not how you sell it. You sell it with the solution to the problem. So I'm going to give you one more example, and then I'm going to get you to do your own transformation statement, and that is going to be the task for today. You're going to take one idea and give me a transformation statement for that idea. Here is an example. So think about the pathway that someone would need. Let's say my course was teaching beginners how to play the piano. Now at the moment they can't play anything. They can't do anything. But what they really want to do is be that person that goes into a train station that has a piano in it and shows off and plays while everyone looks at them in wonder. I always wish I was that person, but I would be stupid if I tried it. It would sound ridiculous. So if that's what they want to be the show-offy person, that be able to play the piano really well, even if they could just play one song, then actually, deep down, you are going to need to teach them chords. You're going to need to teach them, I wish I knew more about piano playing, because now I have no idea what you're going to teach them. But there will be things that you're going to need to teach them about piano playing that I don't know. Chords is the only one I can think of. But I'm sure that there are other things that you need to teach them when it comes to piano playing. So rather than telling them, I'm going to teach you chords, I'm going to teach you how to play with two hands at the same time, scales, thanks, and all these different things. Instead of how to read music, this is brilliant, thank you. Instead of doing that, what you're going to say is, I'm going to take you from beginner to Beethoven. That tells them everything they need to know. And that's much more exciting to them to go from A to B than the stuff in between. So, what I would love you to do is think of your transformation statement. It can be 2 sentences. It doesn't need to be like a whole paragraph. It could be just one thing, from beginner to Beethoven, or it could be a whole sentence. The video is breaking a lot and gets disconnected. It doesn't seem to be for anybody else. So yeah, it might be your ends if you're having issues with Wi-Fi and things like that. But just watch it on replay if you're having trouble. So I follow a bass guitar course, and it's called Beginner to Badass. Amazing. So I want you to always remember this, because the reason sometimes people come to me and they say, I've got this great course, I've grown an audience, I've done what you said in one-to-many, and I've put out this sales page, and on the sales page it lists everything they're going to get. And there's so much stuff in there. With a membership, by the way, the more stuff you have, the more people will leave. Because the biggest reason people leave a membership is overwhelm. The reason they come into a membership is to learn something. The reason they stay in is for the community. But overwhelm is the biggest reason that people leave. So if you're giving these sales pages with all these things they're going to learn, like, people do not want that. So what I would like you to do for today's task is have a think about, it's fine for most people. So if a couple of people are having issues, it is your end, I'm afraid. The best thing to do today is take one of the things. So the thing that you did yesterday, the freebie that you decided you were going to have for the course that you are going to do, I want you to now think of that course or membership or ebook or workshop or whatever you're going to be putting out there, and think of the transformation statement. Now, if you're having a subscription box, when we talk about subscription boxes, It's the same as a membership, because every month they're getting something, they're just going to get it in physical form instead of it being something you're teaching online. So you still need to have a transformation statement. Where are they at the beginning? The way to work out your transformation statement is, where are they when they first come to you? And where are they after they get it? So a subscription box, let's say you have a subscription box for people with anxiety, and each month it's got lots of like nice smelling things in. So it could be from anxious to self-love, or from anxious to calm. The subscription box that is going to give you a pocket full of calm every single month. Like, an ebook can contain video, yeah. So what freebie would you have for a product like a book? So if you're having an ebook, I would not have the ebook as your main product, because I think it's going to limit how much money you make. I would have your ebook as a tiny paid for thing. Let's say you do it for $4.99 or $7.99. And then what I would do is have that ebook to get them interested in who you are and pay you a little bit of money. And then I would upsell them a course on the same topic as the ebook, or a membership on the same topic. And I would make the transformation statement about that. Ha! Blurry to brilliant. Learn phone photography for business. I love that. That's a brilliant one. Is the transformation statement not similar to a title? Yes, but the title is for the freebie. This is for the actual course or membership, not just the thing that's going to build your audience, the end product that you eventually will sell once your audience has grown. So that, and some people will have their transformation statement as a whole paragraph, but it doesn't want to be, I'm going to teach you these 20 things. It doesn't want to be that. Okay, let me answer a couple of questions. What if part of the material's visuals is compiled from external places? Is it a simple case of mentioning? Yeah, so you usually have to ask people if you can use their stuff. You can't just use them, and then you have to credit them as well. That's what I've done. Ebook to a course on the same topic. Yeah. From the classroom to the world for my course, Leaving Teaching with Confidence. Love that. From beginner to birdies for golfers. Alteration in transformation statement works well. Okay, so yeah, brilliant. You've got it. You understand what I'm telling you to do. This is where I'm struggling, because I'm a fiction author. I'm selling entertainment, I suppose. This is different to services courses. So if you're a fiction author, that's one income stream that you have. As a fiction author, what can you teach others? Can you teach them to write fiction? Could you do a membership where people do writing workshops with people? You don't have to do them, but you could have a writing circle where people come in and write and read their stories to each other. That could be your thing. Like, don't think too narrowly. Think a little bit bigger. How do you decide if a course or membership is better? That's a really good question. So here's the answer to that. The bigger your audience, basically, the bigger your audience, the more things you're going to be able to sell. We know that memberships usually cost a small amount, so we need more people in a membership to make lots of money. Whereas a course, you could sell something for a couple of thousand or £5,000 even for a course and have 10 people on it and make the same amount. So when you're deciding whether to have a course or a membership, depending on how big your audience is, like while you're growing your audience, you might say, well, you know what? Just while I'm starting to grow it, I'm going to do a few one-to-ones or small groups because I don't need as many people. When it gets a little bit bigger, I'm going to do a course because I don't need as many people. And when it gets even bigger, then I'll do a membership. You could do all three eventually, or even like 5 things. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. Great. I feel like you've totally got this one. So I'm going to let you go and do the task. Now, if you get frustrated, ask for help in here. And you will get frustrated because we all do. Some people will just get this. And for some people, it will be harder to create a transformation statement because you may think right now, I haven't even got my idea. Just go with any idea. Remember that what we're doing here is just a practice. You don't need to go for this idea in real life. You could just be doing it to practice what I'm teaching you so that let's say you do come into one-to-many, the whole of the first module of one-to-many is working out what your passive income stream is going to be, because most people go in not knowing. Some people go in, they already completely know, and they just want to sell more of it to more people. All right, I will let you go, and I will be back in for tomorrow morning at 10. I'm in here all day. Now, it doesn't have to be from X to Y. That was just an example. But it also doesn't have to be a title. It needs to be, people need to be able to see from what you're writing in your transformation statement, where they are now and where they're going to get to. It's not the name of the course. The name could be something completely different. The name could be like one word if you wanted it to be, but that's not going to tell people what's happening in the course or what they're going to get out of it. So the transformation statement is to make sure they know what you're selling. Like that. Little ones don't stay little for long. Look back and know that you made the most of it. Live toddler life happy. That's not a title, but it's a brilliant transformation statement. You know exactly who it's for. You know exactly what you're going to get by the end of it. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Remember, I'm in the group all day, so ask the questions that you need to, and I will see you for tomorrow at 10 o'clock. See you later.